Hello, my name is Bogner. I want to show you my newest product, and I'm going to start with the pedals today. We actually have now the ones that are going to be available in the summertime. This whole table here is like the products that include like a Rupert Neve designed transformer. So it's very unique in guitar market, in the pedal market, to have like a transformer, an audio transformer for added harmonics in a different kind of feel than your regular pedals. So the ones that are going to be available in the summertime is the Burnley, the Wessex, and the Harlow. They come in two different looks. One is the wooden panel, which is a little bit more money, or the standard look with the kind of like powder-coated panels we have right here. The Burnley is more like a, I would say, distortion pedal, like kind of Marshall-less, kind of like higher gain kind of sounds. The Wessex does anything from clean boost to like a nice overdriven sound with a full EQ bass and treble. The bass is also acts more like as a kind of tightness control. And the Harlow, which is a very unique pedal, is kind of like a sloppy compressor meets boost, meets fast phase. If you actually crank it, it gets kind of really almost kind of fast phase. It's almost infinity sustain. And then the really new pedals that we just finished designing is the Lyndhurst, which is a full-on compressor, but more like a really studio gear kind of compressor, very fast, very accurate. You have control over everything, threshold, attack, release, sustain, and things like that, like you find in a studio piece of gear. And it's a very accurate compressor compared to the Harlow, which is a very sloppy one. So like depending on what you want, you find that between those pedals, you should have all the compressor needs met with those pedals. Then we have something like this, a guitar speaker emulator, which is like goes between your amp and the cabinet. It doesn't have a load in it, but it gives you like kind of a frequency corrected output for recording or for live sound in case you don't like microphones, or in case you know the inconsistency of like mic in the cabinet every night. Then the other one is the Zero, which is a dual buffer. It's one side over here. Zero gain is like a unity gain. Whatever comes in goes out, and then here on the other side, the beta side. The idea is like to have one buffer in front of the pedal board and one side on the output, so it feeds the cable that goes to the amp. The one in the front you can switch on and off, so sometimes the fast pedals, you know, you want to hear the direct input, you don't want to have a high impedance input from the buffer, so like you can eliminate this with the foot switch. And the second side has a transformer out and a 180-degree shift, so you can link them together internally and have them as a amp splitter. So then you go in one buffer and you got off each of them, and then you can phase reverse one or galvanically isolate the other one, so you have no ground loop. So it's a multi-purpose pedal. And then on the amp sides we have to go over here real quick. It's the Helios line, which we make as a 50 watt and a 100 watt, and it's like basically based on some old Marshall modifications where I started my business like 20 to 30 years ago, I would say. So it's like based on those kind of like designs, like very Marshall-esque, modified plexi type of amplifiers. It has two channels, which is switchable with a foot switch. And it goes from anything from vintage JTM to like high gain, modified like 80s rock and roll sound. And it has a tube buffered effects loop, which you can also use as a boost. If you don't plug in an effect, you can switch in and out and have a second master volume. And that's about it for the new stuff. I think I mean the Atma is shipping already, so that's not that new anymore. But it's a great amp. Oh, actually, there's one more pedal I forgot to show you guys. Sorry about that. It's actually our amplifier kind of line. You know, we came out our first pedals were the blue, red, and Überschall based on my amplifiers. We have now a golden one, which is called Lagrange, which is kind of like the name kind of implies, like a little bit CC Top-ish meets Van Halen. So it's more like in the Marshall world, you know, where the other pedals are based more on my amplifier design. So that's about it. Well, thanks for coming by.